Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT Takeover London. My name is Dave Easton, alongside Tim Price and, of course, Jess West. Welcome to the first takeover of the season. Welcome to London, England. Guys, here we go.
Fantastic to be here for Takeover in London.
Yeah, it's great to be back home where we were brought up, and I'm sure we've got a great show tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick things off with a championship. It's the $1 Million Championship as Pretty Boy Tom Fell looks to gain the title back off the man who took it off him a few weeks ago, J Money.
Yeah, this is going to be a great match to kick off NXT Takeover. And the $1 Million Championship on the line. Let's see if Tom Fell can win it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome indeed to London, England. Welcome to the first time Takeover has been in a different country, I guess.
Yeah, don't think we've ever been to England, at least.
And here he is, ladies and gentlemen. He is the challenger. He is Pretty Boy Tom Fell.
Come on, Jess, we're still pretty high up on this guy.
Well, he did lose the title, okay, but I have a feeling he's going to win it back tonight. He has his eyes set on the gold. Obviously, there was some outside interferences, though, during his loss, as we all saw.
I think you're watching a different match, to be honest.
Yeah,
Dave, you said there on the night. You said it on the night of him losing. You said there was some outside interferences, so don't go saying that now.
Well,
I saw a different match. J Money was just a better individual.
well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, capacity crowd here tonight in London, England, at the O2 Arena. Fill to capacity, and well, guys, you have to... Oh, what a lovely hat I've got there.
Yeah, it's a pretty good hat.
Pretty Boy looks confident.
He does. Look at that. Look at that smirk.
Ladies and gentlemen, his challenger being accompanied to the ring by his manager, Minx. He is J Money.
Now here's the competitor that is worthy of that $1 Million Championship. I mean, just look at him with that $1 Million Championship. Just looks so good on him.
I would have to say this has got to be a battle of the egos if I've ever seen one.
Well, especially for J Money, of course.
Wow, okay then. I think Pretty Boy Tom has a much bigger ego. I mean, they've both got sizable egos, so let's be honest, but I'll just have to say, just look at that championship on him.
Does suit him though, I guess. But will it go back around the waist of Pretty Boy Tom Fell? Will it be a two-time champion here tonight? Crowd very, very mixed on both these guys.
Yeah, well, you know, our championships change over time in NXT, and I'm sure this isn't going to be anything to differ from that.
Of course, Tom Fell only held the championship for only a couple of weeks, of course, before J Money took it off. And of course, this was the rematch that was signed. Pretty Boy Tom Fell did have the rematch clause, and it was for tonight. And of course, there's Minx there in the bottom corner trying to get the crowd on J Money's side.
I don't know about this Minx.
Well, of course, you said cost outside interference. Let's see what will happen in this one. As the championship held, what a great championship that is.
One of the best, in my opinion.
A very costly championship.
Indeed, has only a very few number of people have held it, as Rooney Wayne, of course, the referee.
Yeah, he has also held it now.
I don't think that sort of counts, surely.
No, it doesn't really count as him being $1 Million champion. He just holds it up in the air. I'm sure he'd love to be $1 Million champion, but he's just a ref.
Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Off on stare down earlier. Now here we go. Of course, the size advantage with J Money. Let's see what Jess has to say about this one.
Well, the size has never really mattered for Pretty Boy, so I'm going to have to go for Pretty Boy. Tom Fell.
Oh, and there's a cheap shot.
What a cheap shot. Come on.
Tim,
Great in-ring ability.
Tim, who are you going to go for in this one?
I'm going to have to go with J Money. He is literally just a better competitor. Just knows how to get the job done against his scrawny little... They would call him a kid.
Watch your
in that
mouth,
ring.
Tim. Watch your mouth.
I said kid. He's a scrawny little kid.
Come on, you can't really have a go at him that well, Tim. He has been. He did hold the $1 Million Championship for a couple of weeks.
How long have you held it for, Tim?
Oh, goodness
Well,
me.
I'm not an actual in-ring competitor, so...
Jim Money trying to go for some sucker punch. And the Pele kick! Didn't even take Jim Money off his feet, though. And this might be the thing that Tim was going on about the size advantage. A nice tilt-a-whirl backbreaker.
Yeah, the speed of Pretty Boy, though, it's unreal.
Well, he's going to have to use all of it. You'd have to think Jess in this one.
Yep.
Definitely against someone against J Money who's definitely got the size advantage. As that referee was covering the backside of Minx there. Finally took it down. Now what's he doing? Tim, you've got to be in this one. We were talking about the speed advantage that Pretty Boy has here. But if you're Jay Money, how do you combat that?
You've just got to use all of your strength and power to, neutralise the speed. Keep Pretty Boy Tom Fell grounded. Don't let him get up on his feet and use the speed.
Look at this. Oh, knee right across the nose. And my goodness me, Jay Money in a little bit of trouble here. The championship in a little bit of trouble. Is it going to go back to the former champion here? He's been eliminated.
Gone to the outside. No, wrong match, Dave. Wrong match.
Sorry.
Dumped to the outside of the ring with authority there.
Of course, the referee does have a 10 count to play with. As look out. Oh, what a spine buster on the outside.
Yeah, nearly hitting the steel steps. Don't know if that would be a disqualification if he did.
Well, I was going to say, I think Rooney Wayne will just want to let these two fight, especially being here on Takeover London. So much on the line, of course.
Oh, just the outside there. There's very thin padding on the outside there.
And of course, Jim Money has said he's looking to go for the NXT TV Championship as well as others. Double dropkick, both missed. Not that time. Pretty Boy currently holds the second ranking in the TV Championship. Really, if he gets a win here, maybe that could put him in for a line for a double championship.
Yeah, it certainly should.
Well, look at this. Jay Money, nice reversal. Oh, lovely big. His thighs almost as big.
Yeah, I don't think Pretty Boy comes any higher than his waist.
Well, that's the problem you're going to have here. As Jay Money, look out. Nope, nice reversal, nice block, and a lovely takedown by Pretty Boy. Sport sort of really had Jay Money scouted early here. And nice spinning neck breaker.
What in the world there? I mean, as I say, I've got to give it to Pretty Boy Tubfell. He is a speedster in that ring. He can get it done, but...
No, just a 2, though. He needs to get... Just to hook that leg a little bit more. And you think that could have been a 3. And Jay Money now trying to get the full advantage back here. And Minx just took one look at Minx there and just all of a sudden just... Look at that arm around the face.
Oh, my God. His hands are the size of Pretty Boy's head.
Yeah, we're going to call about the size sort of thing. I mean, Jay Money's got to be, about 6'3", something like that? Pretty Boy Tom Fell about 4'2".
With the hairstyle, probably about 4'0". End of the cover.
Look at this.
Here he goes. 2. Oh, no, just a 2. Well, Minx, just look at the arms crossed, not really happy.
Yeah.
But you've got to say this. Oh, what an opening contest we've had here to Takeover London. So much more to come tonight. 2 debuts. We've got the tag belts, the NXT TV title, and the NXT title all on the line. We've got an action-packed show still to come here. Sold out O2 Arena, London, England.
Yep.
Big shot into the midsection, and again, Minx very happy this time on the outside. No, the super kick.
What a super kick!
Tim, it may have just took Pretty Boy's head off.
I might have. I think his head's in the second row.
Well, yeah, Pretty Boy's holding on. Only just.
Yeah, you've got to think he's definitely seeing stars after that one.
But Jay Money, he's getting a bit frustrated. There's something he can't let happen to himself. You've got to keep focused in a high-stake match.
Package!
Oh, he's got the roll
up. But the referee completely out of position.
2! No! Oh, my goodness, that was like a 5 count.
Oh, Rooney Wayne there needs to pick up his game.
Rooney
completely out of position.
Off guard there a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Into the turnbuckle now. Pretty Boy not having the best of times here.
That could have been a bit of a wake-up call for Pretty Boy.
What is he doing here?
Just beating down.
Minx just told him to get out the ring. Oh, no.
What is he doing here?
Look out. Hey. Oh, my goodness. The double feet into the side of the head.
Jesus. That Pretty Boy Tom Fell could be knocked out.
Into the cover. Hook of the leg. Got him. And it's a win and a retain for Jay Money.
That damn Minx again.
She didn't do anything.
Apart from tell Jay Money to kill him.
Exactly.
And that's all she did. Actually get involved in the match. She didn't cost Pretty Boy Tom Fell victory in any way. Didn't distract the referee. Do anything like that. Well, you just got to face facts. Jay Money's a better man.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match is still $1 Million champion, Jay Money. We're going to move on to our next title match as the Crew look to dethrone the tag champs Blake and Murphy.
Oh, we've been waiting for this for a long time. We knew that there was going to be a tag team championship match at Takeover, and of course the Crew winning that #1 contendership match the other week. And let's see if they can get this championship. We've already seen someone retain tonight. We'll see if the Blake and Murphy will be able to retain also.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the ring, they are the team of Blake and Ian Riley, the Crew. And you're not liking this, Tim, are you? You're not liking this new attitude from these two.
They're too focused on this whole movie business to me. I mean, just look at them. They still look like goose.
You got to give them
that
credit. Come on,
clapperboard?
Tip. You got to give them credit though. They've been doing good this season. They've got themselves a title shot already.
And of course,
somehow they got themselves a title shot.
You've got to say that it was a bit of an upset last week when they defeated American Alpha to get this title shot. But can they now go from underdogs to they're now massive underdogs? Blake and Murphy have held the championship since the 12th of September when they defeated the Motor City Machine Guns last season. That is how long, guys, they've held the titles for.
Yeah, they've held them for a considerable amount of time, and I think it's the right time now for a title change if the Crew can pull up the win here.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, their opponents and NXT Tag Team Champions, Blake and Murphy.
Well, here comes a real tag team. Here comes Blake and Murphy, your NXT Tag Team Champions. And
of course, very, very successful on the main roster being called up. Remember, they drafted over to SmackDown. They are allowed to be on NXT as long as they hold the titles.
Yeah.
So, possibly, could be their last night. Oh, the reign continues.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Already, Tim, you'd have to say Blake and Murphy have had a bit of an up and down season forward. They've been injured for most of it. They came back. Their tag titles were stolen, only for Team Canada to come and then upset them on NXT a few weeks ago. And now they've got to they've been called up to the main roster. Now they've got to take on the Crew here at Takeover London.
I think it's just time for Blake and Murphy, to just refocus and focus on those NXT tag team titles. I think tonight is the night where they turn it around, turn their luck around.
Well, definitely.
Oh, I've just noticed the Spanish announce team didn't turn up.
They were in Saudi Arabia.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot we had a live show over there.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. The Tag Team Championships are on the line. Let's get things started between the Crew and Blake and Murphy. Both teams with the stare down.
Yep, both teams looking well, very focused for this matchup. You can see the Crew right there.
And now the championships. Is it the last time they're going to be holding them championships? Or is it continuing on? Maybe the longest reigning tag champs. We're going to have to figure our statistician out after the show, of course. As Blake and Murphy and Ian and Blake. Right, this is going to be fun. Here we go. Off and underway. Let's see what Tim thinks he's going to walk away with the gold here.
No, I've got to give it to Blake and Murphy. Just they're the better team in that ring. They haven't had a great start to season 4, but I think tonight is the turnaround for them, where they're gonna show how great they are.
What about you, Jess? Are you going for in this one?
Well, it's got to be the Crew. They're on an unstoppable streak here, winning streak, and I think it's going to continue here tonight, and they're going to win the championships.
Oh, well, there you go. Then you're already, though. I think Tim's already beaten you 1-0 tonight, so hopefully that.
Stroke of luck.
Let's see if that is the case. Of course, Blake and Murphy will be looking to, as you say, to get a win here on NXT. Of course, being the tag champs, had so much injury problems during the first bit of the season. It's only 6 weeks old, and we've already had so much. They've done so much, Tim. Can they really be focused here tonight?
I think they can be. This is the NXT Tag Team Champions. You need to be focused for this sort of high stakes matchup. Can't let your focus be anywhere else.
And they suplex on Blake Riley by Murphy.
Yeah, it's Murphy.
Yeah.
As I said, remember the boots.
And it also says on the trunks,
Yeah, word of advice, if you can't see on the trunks, look at the boots.
Thanks for that.
If they're more black, it's Murphy, and if they're more white, it's Blake.
I would never remember that.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, I do.
Look out, Murphy. Nice takedown on Ian Riley. course, the cousins who form the crew. And a couple of big shots by Murphy here. One half of the tag team champions. Just a soccer kick to the back. And dear me, already the aggression just in the match by Murphy.
Yeah, they've really gone into this with a fighting forward. But the crew slowly fighting back here.
Yeah.
Can't count them out in this one.
Ian Riley now trying to see if he can get some momentum for the crew. Takes a shot down to the back of Murphy. And again, really trying to punish that lower back. As you can see, another kick right to the same spot 3 times now.
So if you kick me in the back, I'll kick you too.
And you say NXT continues though, ladies and gentlemen. NXT London continues with the conclusion of this match.
Don't forget, the NSW comes your way 4 times a week. You have Raw on a Monday, ECW on a Wednesday, SmackDown on Thursday, and NXT on a Saturday. Your show times are 11 PM in the UK, 6 PM in the East, and 3 PM in the West. Don't forget also to follow our social media. Our Twitter is at NSW_360. The YouTube is Nonstop Wrestling UK. Our Facebook, NSW365. Our new Twitch channel is NSW_network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the match. Just in time. I thought the crew were going to steal one there just as we're coming out the ad break. That wouldn't have been good. But I don't think the crew would have cared, to be honest, Tim.
No, I don't think they would have. You know, win's a win around here. They're not going to care if, the fans watch your home unfortunately missed it. They would be tag team champions.
I'm sure you can hear the crowd, though, sort of. Again, another mixed crowd. And look out here. Here comes the crew. What is Blake Riley doing?
Oh my god.
Front roll. Oh, another splash.
50.
Hold on.
Hang on.
This is not over. Another splash. Oh, the
50 followed by a moonsault.
The crew are just seconds away from being tag champs.
2.
No.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Blake breaks it up.
And Blake now eliminated.
Wrong match again, Dave.
Oh, sorry. As all of a sudden though, so is that Blake in the ring? No, yeah, it was Ian.
That's
Murphy.
Murphy.
That's Murphy.
No, I'm saying Blake Riley.
Ah.
I told you it's going to get complicated at times. Yes, that is Blake Riley. So Ian was eliminated. It's the see if you can't remember. See if you remember the boots. Remember Blake Riley's the blonde one.
Okay. So for.
Oh no! Look out! Look out!
Uh-oh.
Superplex!
Oh my god! What a superplex!
The ring's shaking.
My goodness! I hope they've reinforced that ring.
I don't think Murphy's done there.
He's not going to try it again, is he?
Nah, surely not.
No, he's going to tag in, and oh, here we go.
No.
Some double team offensive by the tag champs. Brainbuster!
Get the brainbuster.
Frog splash!
Followed by
Hits
the
it
huge.
perfectly.
And surely it's a retain for Blake and Murphy. Into the cover. There's 2, and Ian Riley breaks it up.
Was that a 2? Wow. That was a close call there, but Ian Riley managed to break that up, and nice slam of his own there.
Now the referee having all sorts of problems trying to get everyone out of the ring, trying to get everyone back in order here. And now another tag. They're not going to try this again.
Nah,
they're going for
surely.
it again.
2 times a charm.
Maybe
Roll.
this time.
450.
Oh. Here comes the
Into
other.
the splash.
Oh, Rooney
Oh, I
Wayne
thought
needs to be careful
Ray
there.
was about to get hit.
Referee Tim
Out
far
of
too
position
long.
a second time tonight.
1, 2. Got
Oh, they've
it.
got it. They've got it. The crew pick
crew
up the
are
win.
your new tag team champions.
Wow, what a match. Well done, the crew.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this contest and new NXT Tag Team Champions, Ian and Blake Riley, the Crew.
You know what? I'm going to hand it to the crew. They got the win here tonight. Showed they were the better team, but can you just stop with the whole movie thing? Your movie sucked.
Well, I don't think they care, because what do you think, Tim? They are your new NXT Tag Team Champions. And Jess got one right.
I did, finally. At least we're going to go 7-0 or 6-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here tonight in London, England. That you can see there is the London Bridge, just, well, might be a couple of miles away from where we are at the moment. London, beautiful here tonight, and it's been Well, NSW's in England and Ireland all week, of course, with Raw, SmackDown, and ECW. Make sure you catch the shows in the coming weeks. A lovely view of England. Talking about England, England's own Draco Child returns to NXT in action tonight. He takes on the one-man band in Heath Slater.
Well, when was the last time we saw Draco Child? In season 2, I think it was. It's been a long time.
Well, the crowd favourite you've got to be think is Draco Child, and well, listen, this man will definitely not care, Tim. He's the one-man band, baby. It's Heath Slater.
I know Heath Slater won't care one bit. He is the one-man band himself, and looking to get the huge victory here in London on NXT.
And you have to think, Jess, Heath Slater will not care about these fans. The fans, you can see already trying to get on his back.
Yeah.
He'll not care one bit.
He's in it for himself. He doesn't need the fans, but sometimes the fans can help you in NXT. But we'll see how Heath does tonight.
Heath, of course, 1-1 since coming back into NXT. Of course, big win over Great Dragon, falling to Kaplan Laws a couple of weeks ago. And you have to say, Tim, if he can beat Draco Child here tonight, Heath Slater would be looking at maybe a TV title shot or even an NXT title shot.
Yeah, it definitely could be if he gets a big win here tonight. I mean, I was very impressed when he faced Cavalaz. I mean, he may have lost, but the fight he put on. So I think he could do it here tonight.
Hello, guys.
Hey, there's your hat.
Ah, thanks. Heath Slater waits, and ladies and gentlemen, making his return to NXT, England's own Draco Child.
Spawn a new attire, obviously, as well. And it's good to have him back. Hey, Dave, wonder what those DC means on the side of his legs.
You've never ever forgot that, have you?
Never. I never will.
Well, the fan favourite, you can tell. The fans are cheering their own Tim. Draco Child, well, back in NXT.
Yep, he's back here in NXT. And yeah, he's got the huge fan support here tonight, but never know. That could swell. It may not actually help him. You could get all the fan support you want, but if he selects just a better man, it could be a bad night for Draco Child.
Well, you know the English crowd will be up in supporting this man. Draco Child definitely making an entrance here tonight. And you have to think Heath Slater is going to be facing a barrage here tonight. Draco Child ready for action here tonight at NXT Takeover. Heath Slater not caring one bit. Draco Child in the corner, and here we go. Let's see, Jess. I know you're excited about this. Are you? Do I even need to ask you?
You don't need to ask. It's obviously Draco Child.
I think it's gonna go Slater.
What about you, Tim?
I'm actually gonna go with Heath Slater in this one. Remember, you know, just because it's your big return and it's in London doesn't mean you're gonna get the win.
Of course.
Heath Slater, he's a very formidable opponent.
Former NXT champion.
Yeah. And after the showing he put against Kaplan Lars, he may have lost, but I said he was just so impressive.
Yeah, Heath Slater definitely making a lot of inroads back into NXT. Draco Child, of course, we're looking for the same, of course, more of a tag team wrestler. First time around, of course, honed his skills over in Japan. Has come back, signed a new contract with NSW NXT, and of course, will be looking to make just a big impression here tonight in his home country. As a lovely snap suplex.
And I'm just going to iterate on something. The DC clearly stands for Draco Child.
Oh, really? Thank you. It was a mistake. It happened 2 seasons ago.
Well, I don't even know about this.
It's a long story.
Okay, I asked what DC meant on his... Okay, let's just forget it happened. Let's move on here. Heath Slater in control here.
Oh, Dave.
Of DC. It was probably a long night, you know what I mean?
You were drinking again?
No, I never drink.
Never drinks, unless it's, of course, the fresh mountain water of Los Angeles water.
And, of course, speaking of LA, our next takeover will be held in Los Angeles.
Wow.
Yeah, of course. The next takeover due to come in 5 weeks' time.
Well, this looks like it's going to be coming around as quick as this one has been.
Yep. A little shorter than the usual 6 weeks. 5 weeks from tonight you will have Takeover LA. Big show in store there. Can it be as big as London as anyone? Even Heath Slater can do a Russian leg sweep, and the boos are deafening.
Yeah.
Heath Slater, he doesn't care though. He just, he's here to win matches. He's not here to win the fans over. He's here to win matches and win championship gold. He couldn't give a damn about the fans.
Look at him kicking the ropes. Draco Child in a bit of trouble here in his first return match, as Heath Slater really dominating here.
It has been a while since he has stepped foot in the NSW NXT ring. So maybe he might have a bit of ring rust, but it seems to be back in control now.
Yeah, but didn't take real full advantage, and you've got to go to someone like Heath Slater. You've got to take advantage. Heath Slater's eliminated.
Wrong match again, Dave.
Oh, sorry.
Let's say he is certainly no pushover. Let's say he is not an easy opponent to beat.
Look at this though. Oh, nice. Sort of like a dragon sleeper suplex. As a shot by Draco Child again on the outside. Can you just watch? Better watch my hat here.
Yeah, just avoid. Don't need one of these to go for our table, or both of them go for our table.
You can use the other table. There's a spare table.
The Spanish announcers aren't here.
Yeah, in Saudi Arabia, of course.
Yeah, we will be getting this 2 weeks later.
We also tried to get the Zimbabwe announce team, but that didn't work, so they're just not here.
Oh, that could be it!
Out of nowhere.
And that is it! Thanks for coming, Draco Child. 2! No!
Oh.
2.5 weeks later. Almost upset the apple cart and almost got a huge win. Draco Child in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, just a bit, but... Oh, a nice drop kick.
And all of a sudden, the momentum changes again. Quick cover by Draco Child. Rooney went down and, well, for once being in position.
Yeah.
But only getting a 1 this time.
I'll have to get a new referee.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay.
I've already got one petition started. I need to start another one.
Up again here. Draco Child, what's he thinking about here? He's
I
saying,
think what is the plan?
Oh, this is not going to look good. Look out, incoming. Super back suplex.
Jesus!
That hurt Draco Child as well as Heath Slater.
It hurt me just looking at it. Slater, though, coming back here, not going to give up. Oh, look out. What's Draco Child going to do here? Swings him around, trying to get him a bit dizzy. Picks him up. Big backbreaker. All of a sudden, Draco Child now in control. What is he going to plan to do here? Up and another backbreaker.
God, just focusing in on the back of Heath Slater. I could do serious damage. What has he got planned here?
He's going up top. Heath Slater is on his back. Oh my God!
Goodness! That is it. Thanks for coming.
2.
No! Slater kicks out.
Draco can't believe it.
Unbelievable.
That's why I say the toughness and tenacity of Heath Slater to just kick out of almost anything.
And all of a sudden, the crowd are more stunned than anything else. Now
what's he going for here?
Draco Child? No, was thinking of doing something. Now just decides a big elbow into the chest. Sorry, the knee into the chest.
Oh, look at him.
Getting cocky and arrogant. That's something you don't do against Heath Slater.
Big shot down again. And the crowd really just don't know what to think now. Heath Slater kicking out of that almost, what was it, 650 almost?
I don't know.
He likes to call this the Draco Clash, and there it is.
Oh, hits it. Surely that's it now.
Cover. Slater very close to the ropes, so I don't think he knows where he is. And Draco Child picks up the win.
Wow, what a win. What a return for Draco Child. Seems very pleased with that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, Draco Child.
Didn't seem happy with the referee there, but...
He wants it all for himself. Egotistic or what?
Yeah, good lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it's the next title on the line is the NXT TV Championship to be defended as Austin Woodward goes up against another former champion, this time in Dom. It's next here at NXT Takeover London.
Well, can Dom regain the NXT TV Championship, or Austin Woodward keep a hold of it?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, introduce him first. He is the challenger. He is Dom.
Yeah, Dom's been here for a long time now, all the way since season 2. True. Maybe wants to get out of NXT. Or maybe not, I don't know, but he has been here for a long time.
If he even knows who he is.
Yeah, of course. I don't even know how he even... How does he come to work? If he can't remember, or whatever.
I don't know. Maybe he's got like a video tape he watches every morning.
Maybe.
I think he recalls the fact he's on NXT. It's just the memory he seemed to forget that he did actually get called up from NXT to SmackDown.
Oh.
and then he got, fell off a cliff, lost his memory, and ended up back on NXT.
That's probably what happened.
Well, at least he's got a new T-shirt this season, anyway.
Boots to... What's that? Oh, I can't say that.
You could... No, don't.
That's a TV show, Dave.
It's a TV show. It's a really good TV show as well. Oh, not again. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, he is the reigning, defending TV champion, Austin Woodward.
Yes, here comes Austin Woodward. Well, Prince of NXT with that TV championship.
Let's get this right. The self-proclaimed.
So, thank you, Dave.
Prince. He's come on. We've got to be fair here, Tim. He is the self-proclaimed Prince.
Does that mean Kevin King is a self-proclaimed king?
No, yes. He is a king.
I stress that every single episode.
What's the difference?
He's actually called King.
Well,
so all that Austin Woodward needs to do is get a name change.
Austin Prince doesn't sound the same.
But hey, he is a considered royalty here of NXT, and look at him, he's got the TV championship.
And of course he will defend it against Dom, another man that cashed in his rematch clause here tonight. NXT Takeover London. Dom looking to regain that title, which he's held on 2 separate occasions. Austin Woodward, is he holding the title over for the last time? Seemed very reluctant to give it over there, Jess.
Yeah, I think he's a bit worried. I mean, we've seen Dom, and he can be a very tough opponent to come up against, especially in title matches.
Well, the NXT TV title about to be defended. And here we go, off and underway. And let's go through what Tim has to say about this one.
Now, I think that Austin Woodward can retain the championship here tonight. I think he makes a great TV champion. He's going to do everything in his power to retain here tonight.
Oh, and
just
cheap,
like that. Just
cheap
like that.
shot. Jesse, who are you going for?
I've got to go with Dom. He's maybe a bit delirious as of late, but I think he has what it takes to pick up that TV championship again.
Well, let's find out here. Look at this lovely camera work there, of course. 2 big knees into the midsection. Oh, look out. Anyone! Even someone who thinks he's a prince can do a Russian leg sweep.
Still don't know why Jen lets you do both the super kick, the suplex, and the Russian leg sweep.
Because it's my catchphrase.
And the super kick.
Yep.
You just said super kick.
I did say super kick, Tim.
Yeah, but you kind of do when super kick and then change it to suplex.
There's a big spine buzz. Let's concentrate on the action, guys.
Well, yeah.
TV title is on the line here. There's a nice double kick, takes Dom out of the action, gives Austin Woodward the chance to regain. As just shot across the back here. Austin Woodward not really known how to go against Dom here. As Dom now again regains control. And that's the kind of thing Austin Woodward really worked out Dom the first match, and now this is going to be the way of Dom would be in the challenger now. He's going to be the more hungry of the two, do you think here, Tim?
Yeah, he may be the more hungry of the two, you know. I mean, even when he wasn't TV champion, he had the whole t-shirt saying he was TV champion till, and then he got it back. And now that he actually has properly, in his eyes, lost it, he's going to be so focused.
Oh, whoa!
What the?
Look at that!
What? Why? Now that could come back to haunt him there.
Yeah, that could have been just too much arrogance, too much cockiness there from Austin Woodward.
Really? Just you condone that kind of action?
I don't condone anything he does, Dave. He calls people peasants.
He does indeed. That is actually true, yes. In fact, he does call people peasants.
Yeah, I heard he called you a peasant, Jess. Hard to hear the truth, isn't it?
Wah, wah, wah.
And oh no, look at this.
Oh my goodness, into the ring post. Dom now being dominated in this one, Jess.
Yeah, see what you did there, Dave. And yeah, He hasn't really got off the starting blocks yet. Saying that, commentator's curse. Flips it around.
And now just trying to wear down Austin Woodward in the centre of the ring. Crowd here just seeing one of their own win. Of course, these two, Dom, one a very fan favourite, and Austin Woodward really not really caring about anyone apart from himself. Nice belly, of course, no one will win off that.
Oh, seeing that high tower.
Now look at this, he's going to go and try and turn him over. Oh, there it is! He's got him locked into them royalty walls. But let's go just at the negative, and you can see the damage it's done.
Dom manages to break down the walls, but you can see the damage done. Oh, just a kick to the back there.
And now, Austin Woodward, what's he going to think about doing? Punch. And now just punishing Dom again. Backbreak under the neck break. A lovely combination. What's he going to do here? Oh, there it is! The Prince Cutter!
Gets it out of nowhere, and that is it.
Forget about it. Thanks for coming, Dom. It is 3 and a huge win here tonight for Austin Woodward, who retains the NXT TV Championship.
Well, what a rotate for Austin Woodward here tonight. Just proving why he is the TV champion. He may have got a little bit cocky in the matchup, but it didn't cost him in the end.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and still NXT TV champion, Austin Woodward. Gotta just say, guys, he is in control of that belt.
He certainly is.
Coming up next, another debut here in NXT London as Notorious takes on the Duke of Duke Wilson.
Oh, well, could Notorious have a great successful debut like Drake Chart had a great successful return?
Well, this man will try and stop him, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring. He is Duke Wilson.
I think Duke Wilson has been involved in quite a few matches as far as debuts goes. Like actually competing with people who have debuted in NXT, from what I remember.
And he likes to make sure that none of them get off to a nice happy start.
Yeah, that's certainly true. And he's made that happen quite a few times.
Duke Wilson, really can hear the fans getting right against this man. But I'm sure he does not care one bit of it. Like if you think Heath Slater heard the boos, well, this man, look at that, he just doesn't care at all.
I think he just spat.
I hope we don't get sued.
I doubt we will.
I mean, yeah, you can
We'll be
hear
in
the
America
chants.
next week.
I think some of these chants may need to be edited out, but
Well,
hey, that's a London crowd for you, and they can't stand Duke Wilson. Despise that man.
Yeah, hello.
hello there, guys.
Still haven't got my water.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, he is known as Notorious.
Well, he's got a big debut here tonight. Got quite a tough challenge. But, oh, look at that there. Do you know anything about this man?
I do indeed. This man has been regarded as the hottest free agent on the independent scene. Signed to NXT just in the midweek, given a debut here tonight. And well, he is ready to go here tonight. And the crowd definitely on his side.
Yeah, certainly. I heard he's very notorious down in the Indies.
Oh, well done. I see what you did there.
Thank
Notorious, ready to make a splash here in NXT. Can he do it, or will it be Duke Wilson who stops Notorious in his tracks?
Oh, we're about to find out, but Duke Wilson, you saw there, didn't leave the ring. Just stood there.
Here we go then. We're off and underway. Let's see what Tim has to say about this one.
You know, I'm gonna go with this Notorious guy. I think maybe, you know, if he's smart, he's done his homework against Duke Wilson. But has Duke Wilson done the same homework for Notorious is the big question.
How could he? How could he? How can Duke Wilson, you could probably going to agree with this on me, but how could Duke Wilson even know what to do?
Yeah, I don't think he could. And That's why I'm going for the Notorious. As much as it pains me to say, I'm going to go with Tim.
Well, we'll find out here. But of course, Duke Wilson doesn't seem to care. Nice flying forearm. And oh, the little kick up. Notorious, really, really high flyer. Also, many people say can just knock it out of you at any time. And oh my goodness, what a knee!
Followed up by a lovely neck breaker.
Still to come, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, Trey Savage, Hideo Itami in our main event of NXT London, and the Notorious. And listen to the crowd, they're actually singing Notorious. His theme song? Just
okay.
Sorry.
That is the London. I could hear him too. And that is the London crowd for you.
I'm not a good singer. I apologise. As Duke Wilson, though, not going to stand for that. I wouldn't be surprised, if Duke Wilson did win this one, because as I said, as just rightly pointed out, Duke Wilson just doesn't care about if you're a newcomer, if you're old, you've been here a veteran. He'll just knock your teeth out anyway.
Yeah, certainly will. But Notorious, he's put up a good showing already, and seems to be in control of this match.
Yeah, one of the hottest free agents in the independent scene. Sorry, Tim, you were going to say?
Let's say, yep. Notorious showing off his stuff, and now the fans are really getting on the nerves of Duke Wilson, it seems. I think they're chanting, "You suck and you know it's true."
Yeah, that is true. Well, the soccer chants, of course, which will get it all the time here in England. As big kicks. Look, oh my goodness! That's about
ferocity there.
About 10 of them. And now, Duke Wilson, you're not going to. I was going to say you're not going to keep him down, but continuing the attack there. Look at this barrage!
Oh my god!
My goodness!
Punch after punch after punch.
That is what you need here in NXT. You need to have some aggression, and that is some really sought out aggression. What is Notorious just not taking? This is the kind of thing, Tim, that we're used to Duke Wilson doing, not being given against him.
Yeah, we're used to Duke Wilson. I mean, he's managed to come back now, but we're used to him dishing out the hard-hitting blows and the nasty shots, not his opponent.
I look at this now, in Duke Wilson just trying to really keep Notorious down here. And now also Notorious trying to feed off this crowd.
Duke Wilson can't believe it. Look at his face.
Big shot. And reverse DDT, like Hurricane Runner DDT almost. I don't know what you call it. That really...
huge reverse Rana there, and that could be it for Duke Wilson.
Look at that hand on the face, just for added insult. No! 2.5.
Closer and closer, each step of the way, and I think the Notorious is looking to finish this up now.
Yeah, you can smell the beginning of the end. Big headbutt, and again, and well, we've seen this already earlier tonight. Is he going to try and do exactly what Jay Money tried?
If you see compare using, Jesus! If you see a compare using successful, why not use it yourself?
Look at this hook of the leg. Is this a Notorious debut? Yes, it is.
Wow, what a win! What debut for Notorious!
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, Notorious.
Well, what a way to make your debut here, such in pretty much dominant fashion against Duke Wilson.
You know,
see what Notorious has got in store for us in the future.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, Big Ben in London. We went some sightseeing today, guys, and of course, Big Ben, the landmark in London here tonight on what looks to be a little bit of a rainy night outside. But
you would be in Britain unless it was raining.
No, that is true, of course. Big Ben there, of course, and all. The landmark, I of course took a couple of pictures for the wife and kids, of course.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great shot in the corner.
There was indeed, yes, ladies and gentlemen. NXT Championship time. It is Trey Savage defending the NXT Championship against the #1 contender, Hideo Itami.
Don't know about you guys, but I've been waiting for this one ever since it was announced.
Indeed, and well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing first, from Japan, he is the challenger, Hideo Itami!
Yep, here he comes, Hideo Itami, who could be, well, the toughest challenger that Trey Savage has had since winning the NXT Championship. We could be looking at the next NXT champion.
Hideo Itami makes his way down. Just, you've got to say, this is a huge opportunity for this man who's been in NXT for a little while now, and this is definitely his biggest opportunity.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's possibly once in a career in NXT at least opportunity. And if he does get this, it's going to completely boost him up into the rankings as well.
Of course, if he wins this, of course, he'll be the man with the target on his back. But it's easier said than done. Hideo Itami, though, will be fully focused on becoming the NXT champion here in NXT Takeover London tonight. Hello, guys.
Hello? Is your hat still there?
Yeah, it is. Just there. I just shot.
Oh, okay.
What a main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, he is the reigning, defending NXT champion, Trey Savage. Just look at this man.
Yeah, you just could send shivers down your spine. I mean, just the size of him, and
So imposing.
he's far enough away for him to not hear this. He looks like an axe murderer.
Yeah, I heard he watches these shows, mate.
I wouldn't like to be
Please
Tim.
don't hurt me. Actually, you know what, Trey Savage should probably take that as a compliment.
Yeah, Trey Savage, we seen last week him and Luke Lawrence destroy Hideo Itami and Great Dragon. Trey Savage now really full of confidence. May not look it, ladies and gentlemen, but don't let that fool you.
You see that sign?
What did it say?
Marry me, I'm single.
Are you
Who's
single?
pointed out to? Hideo, Trey
I think
Savage.
it was put up to Trey Savage.
Maybe. There you go.
Only that fan's entrance was better.
Wow.
I would see some brave fans here in London tonight.
Yeah, there is.
That's London.
Yeah, you know we're in London.
Trey Savage, though.
I mean, come on,
Trey Savage's impression has not changed. He doesn't care. You could put a sign of anything in front of him. He will just walk right through. As long as he retains that title, nothing will matter. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event. It is time for the biggest prize on NXT to be defended. It is for the NXT Championship, held by that man, Trey Savage. Rooney Wayne has got the worst job, but probably the best. I don't know which one to think of here. And Hideo Itami, who became #1 contender in that triple threat match a few weeks ago, will look to take that off him. Not many people have come close to doing it.
Yeah.
But Hideo Itami could definitely be the one.
Yeah, it could be his night tonight.
Here we go then, main event time underway. Hideo Itami attacks Trey Savage from the off, and gets dumped and eliminated.
That's it.
What kind of chant have I just started? Am I seriously hearing, hey, we want some murder?
No, let's come on, let's not talk about that on stream. Come on, Tim. Well, nice back drop already, back suplexing already, Jess. This one is in the control of our champion.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. It's only been flung over the top ropes straight off the bat. Not really going his way.
Who are you going for in this one there, Jess?
Well, I mean, there's no question about it. I've got to go for Trey Savage. He's just look at the size of him. Already, early on in this match, he's already pretty much dominated. I can see that happening for the rest of this match also.
Tim?
You know, I've seen what Hideo Itami could do. I saw his previous work in Japan. This guy knows how to beat big guys like Trey Savage, so I think he could find a way to win. I mean, he certainly doesn't know any fear.
Yeah, but the problem is if you keep getting slammed like that, you're not going to last very long. Into the cover, Rooney Wayne out of position. May have given Hideo Itami just a chance to get back, and that's what he does. And Hideo Itami needs to do more of this. Kicks, slaps, take the big man off his feet, and that's what he does. And the kicks are going to come into play. The speed is going to come into play. We have seen that here tonight already. But Hideo Itami is going to have to use them kicks, Tim, to really take Trey Savage off his feet.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to, because Hideo Itami is one of the most lethal kickers I have ever seen in that ring. That's what he's going to have to do against Trey Savage, to, ground the guy.
But the thing is, though, Jess, if Trey Savage keeps doing stuff like this match will not last very long.
Yeah, it certainly won't. I can see this one being over in a couple of minutes, if you ask me.
Shot again to Itami on the floor. Trey Savage mocking Hideo Itami, just saying, look, bring it, small man. And this is what's happening here. Look, Trish Savage, is he taking him serious?
I don't know, really. He's kind of just...
As anyone! Even Trish Savage can do a Russian leg sweep?
Why are you saying that? Like, come on, Dave. Of course he can do a Russian leg sweep.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This one could be over. One-handed choke slam. Hideo got caught. Into the cover. 2. No, I can't at 2. And Trish Savage thought it was over right there.
Yeah, I think Hideo did as well. He just kicked out of an instinct more than anything.
I don't know whether Hideo Itami really has a guy out of the gate. I don't know if he could have been, taking a seriously bad bump as he was flung out of the ring the way he was.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, we've seen this before.
Oh, look out. DDT!
Jesus! Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness me. Hideo Itami is getting dissected here. Trish Savage has got Hideo Itami right where he wants, and this is the thing that Trish Savage is showing in the ring, that he just dominates opponents. But it turns up fighting spirit!
But that's not going to last for long when Trish Savage is in the ring with you.
Oh, no, you know what, Jess? I might have to even agree with you here. Trish Savage, what is he... Oh, booty offense!
Oh, booty faced off. Not something you expect to see from Trish Savage.
But then it's like he just squashed a bug.
Yeah.
And
the
now
air just knocked out of Hideo.
Trish Savage, really, the fans in a bit of a stunned silence here. 2, got him!
Oh my god!
That has got to be the most dominant performance I have seen in an NXT Championship match before. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, and still NXT Champion, Trish Savage.
Oh my god, what have we witnessed here tonight?
An absolute dominant performance. I think we might need to get some medical attention for Hideo Itami. I'm still not positive. You know, he landed...
Yeah, early on.
The way he landed was just dangerous.
That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Trish Savage is your winner, and that is it. The end of NXT Takeover London. What a night! We will be back to normal next week, back in Orlando, Florida. Thank you very much for being a part of a great show. Thanks to London. Thanks to Jess West, who'll say goodbye to the fans.
Goodbye, fans.
And of course, it's all down to you, Tim. Say goodbye to them fans.
Goodbye, fans. See you for the next installment of NXT.
Thanks for watching. Dave Easton and the gang signing off. We'll see you for Raw on Monday night. Well, I won't, but some others will. Bye for now.